In a different world, 125 years ago, an association was founded that would change our cultural landscape forever. At its heart was a simple idea that the parish could be the building block of a national movement. Today, in an era of sprawling suburbs and dormitory towns, the GAA still brings communities together in a way which is unique and unchanging. There are over 2,000 GAA clubs, each with a story to tell. This is a snapshot of the pride of the parish.
I'm standing here on the 11th storey in Ballymun. This is the national perception of Ballymun. It also has the perception that Ballymun is a negative place. It has many positive people, many positive things. This is the home of my club, Ballymun Kickums.
Val Andrews is a native of Ballymun. His religion is Gaelic football. He's been a missionary at college level with Tralee IT and at county level with both Louth and Cavan. But the red and green of his club, Ballymun Kickums, was where Val's faith was founded. Today, Val manages the under-16s.
Well done. Now bring it back in. That's it. Go. Well done, Mark. Come on. Catch, Ronan. Catch. Up. Brilliant. Down. Over. Well done. Get your breath. Lads here are a talented bunch. They're under 16. They're Ballymun. Some future stars for Dublin, provided like the social things don't get them, provided they don't fall off the rails and they keep training and they keep applying themselves to the football. Go. Come on. A bit of pressure. Well done, Kelly. Well done. Go 30 metres. Go 30 metres. The biggest distraction here in Ireland at the moment, and for these lads, is it's basically money, drink and drugs. And drugs just takes fellas away. Once they start, you know, drugs and cocaine or hash and that, like, it's a slippery slope. They stop turning up, they miss training, and like then it's not far towards crime and unfortunately fatalities. This is Dean Swift Road, Wadley, the place I was brought up in, born in 1959.
Living in your town.
It was mainly being populated by people coming up from the country in the early 50s due to the bad economic times.
I'm a Derry man. I have a son, Jerry Hargan, that played for Dublin.
The club perhaps would never have been founded only for the migration into Ballymun of these country people.
I played with guys from Kerry, Cork, Cavan, Wicklow, Meath. Really had a lot of cultures in our group.
People would always say that sometimes we're half culture and half dub, but in fairness, when you're born in an area, you tend to be dub through and through.
I won't be ever accepted as a dub, I suppose, but I'd try to be.
When I was born in the late 50s and playing in the early 60s up and down this road, this was Ballymun. Ballymun Towers had not been built yet. Unfortunately, then, due to some middle-class expectations, people felt the need to change from Ballymun to North Glasnevin. It is a concept which I never agreed with. I don't see the great need to be changing your name from Ballymun to Glasnevin North. You are what you are. This was Ballymun when I was growing up, and to me, still is. Clubs are about committed parents. We're here to meet one of the more committed parents towards football and excellence in our club, a man who believes in skill and football development. No better buckle than the man himself, Dahi.
If you go up and you're going to stick it, you need a parent to bring you up. Because there is days where a young fella will not want to be up there. But if a fella goes up and is a bit unsure of himself and the parent is not there, he might go over altogether. Well, I'd say if a fella goes off in Foxrock and stops playing, he's probably after picking up the violin or something. He's got another hobby. But I'd say it's a high percentage now of fellas stop here. Their role models are a bit different and they've gone into different type of messing. Letting them down there on their own is not an option. So the club, bringing them up to the club, ferrying them to the club, it's a small price to pay for what you get back. Because if they're left to their own devices down here, I can't see it being too good. I can't see it working out too good.
Frosty, what's the crack? How are you?
Huh?
If you didn't have a dad, in fairness, who would bring you up, would you get up to our pitch, which is all the way up there?
Probably wouldn't be bothered coming up with my dad.
Huh? Only for that?
He brings me out. He introduced me to the Gaelic. Like, I played soccer before that.
Right.
I always enjoyed the Gaelic. Now I prefer it than soccer. Craig Hopkins, centre forward, Ballymun Kickham's under 16.
Kevin Darcy, goalkeeper, Ballymun Kickham's.
Val Andrews, play wing forward.
I've managed in Ballymun Kickham's under 16s for the last 2 years. They're a great bunch of lads.
Shane O'Kelly, left half forward.
John Small, wing back.
They come from near and far. They come from the Towers, they come from Wadley, they come from Santry, they come from around here. They even come from further afield.
Ronan Noonan, midfield.
I'm CJ O'Shea, play cornerback for Ballymun Kickham's under 16s.
They're well aware of the distractions and the messing.
Basically, there's a lot of drinks going around and drugs, and there's a lot of distractions.
Drink, drugs.
It's everywhere, like, no matter where you go, you can get it easy.
I know fellas that used to play on this team itself and they're just throwing their lives away.
Society's perceptions of Ballymun often come out on the football field.
A few times you would have been called a Ballymun knacker or maybe a scumbag.
Go back to a heroin hole, Ballymun scumbags.
All you did was rob cars and smoke, you're probably a junk, you know.
You just have to laugh at them.
They don't retaliate. They're self-disciplined.
Well, just out there to win the game at the end of the day, like, not to win a fight, just to win the game.
The best we can do is just take our anger out on the ball. Don't stoop to their level, like just beat them in football.
They have their dreams, just like any other young fella in any other club in Ireland.
I want to captain Dublin, and I will captain Dublin.
If you have a dream, go for it. Like, just once you're disciplined, you have the will to do it. Like, it's all about willpower and commitment.
And as for me, I'm sure they have plenty of opinions on me too.
He likes the cameras.
Great score, well done! Over there is Tom O'Donoghue's house. You have to get a shot at that. Like, Tom and myself are renowned for I say sartorial elegance and gardening skills. You know what I mean? And in fairness, myself and Tom would not be the greatest at either, like, but he's a fabulous fella. Have we suffered over the years, Tom, about perceptions and negative perceptions?
Certainly negative, yeah. And the negative position is current. We don't suffer from it. We suffer because of it. It's a perception other people have. We don't have a perception problem. We have people in the club whose fathers are serious millionaires. We have people in the club whose fathers are like you and me, who are far from serious or millionaires. But we never ask questions, and we've a huge social range. And those kids, the kids fellows, they put on our jersey. They're our people.
What are we going to be known for? Hard work, effort and honesty.
Spreading the gospel is a passion for Val. In his day job, he's a lecturer in business in Blanchardstown IT.
Recently, I've designed a sports management and coaching degree. It's something that has been close to my heart for a long time. There's a huge deficit in coaching and a recognition of coaching as not just being something you do as a hobby. It's really an area of expertise. It's akin to teaching. It's very, very important. We're not just teaching sport, and bad coaching puts kids out of sport and it finishes careers. And we have to get away in Ireland away from about winning early on. We have to get towards it's about the kid, it's player-centred. I think fundamentally the problem with juvenile sport is that it's mentor-centred. The medals and the cups are for the egos of the mentors and have nothing to do with juveniles involved.
1, are you good? Yes. Are you tackling well? Yes. Are we committed? Yes. Are we talented? Yes. But what are we doing? We're lacking a little bit of conviction, more composure in front of the ball. Are you playing with commitment? Yes. Would you be proud to manage this? Yes.
Hi, I'm CJ, play for Ballymun Kickham's, and I'm going to show you how far away the pitch is from the centre of Ballymun. My dad's a taxi driver, so he's going to drop us off. That's Ballymun Shopping Centre in on the right there. That'll be getting torn down like a lot of things in Ballymun, towers, flats, everything like that. That's all getting torn down, redone, rebuilt. All of Ballymun's going to have a brand new look. Well, now the flats and all are gone, Ballymun's going to be a lovely place to live. There's no way any of the lads walk up here. I think the main reason would be because the M50, it's more like a mowing barrier than anything else. So you have to get onto the other side of the M50. As you can see, we're passing it in rush hour, so it is pretty busy. Like, it's too much for anyone to cross over. I probably wouldn't be playing Gaelic without the help of my dad being the taxman that he is, driving us up, picking up a few of the lads on the way, dropping them back. We're just coming up to the airport now, and our club is just right beside the runway. Ballymon Kickham's, we're just in on the right here. Just after coming into the grounds now, and it's the clubhouse in front of us. Grass pitch to the right, the all-weather pitch to the right.
See that plane coming in? To most people that's a thing of beauty. To me that was a nightmare. Planes nearly closed this place down because of the lighting regulations. It caused us, the air traffic controllers, to say that we were causing a hazard to the planes landing, and consequently they said they were going to close us down. Reluctantly, we went to loads of meetings, myself and David Campbell, and fair play to the authorities. They went with the idea of getting a solution, and ultimately we came up with a solution where we flew in extra covers at the cost of 20 grand to fix up the lighting. To be quite honest, Ballymon Kickham's is the only club that's situated right on top of an airport, and therefore it is the only club that has air traffic control problems. You know what I mean? We have loads of other problems. We have bad free takers, we have bad penalty takers, we've lost loads of finals, we have drink problems, we have drug problems, but no other club has air traffic controller problems, which causes innumerable sleepless nights and nearly closed the place down.
Down through the years, Ballymon Kickham's have been proud to have produced many footballers good enough to wear the Dublin jersey. Players like Ian Robertson and Paddy Christie, and of course, Barney Rock.
Out to the wing. And this is Ray Hazley. Across in front of the goal.
In 1983, Rock and Jerry Hargan won an All-Ireland title with Dublin. It's a time which holds fond memories for all Kickham's members, a time when the club won 2 county titles.
This is Stormestown Green in Wadley. This was Ballymon Kickham's dressing room along here for over a decade. If you were here in the early 80s to the mid 80s, you wouldn't want to see Jerry Hargan, Anton McCall, John Cairns, Barney Rock. You would have seen them togging out here, cold winter's nights, running out there and training. Complaints from neighbours about seeing various bits of anatomy. Do you remember the days when all the fellas, Barney Rock and all the boys used to...
Yes, indeed I do, yes. And they used to put a change, and they used to put their in a bad day, they put the muck with their foot up and take the muck off their boots.
Yeah, they went down well with the neighbours, I believe.
Well, no, I never had any complaints with them because they were always very nice lads.
Yeah. When Ballymon Kickham's was successful, it really had nothing. Interestingly enough, it's only subsequent to getting all the facilities that perhaps we've seen a decline in the way we played on the field.
Get back! Get back! Look out!
The facilities at Ballymon Kickham's include a full-size artificial GAA pitch, a development which brought unlikely bragging rights when it was completed.
It was billed as the largest artificial pitch in the world. Technically it was the largest. I mean, a Gaelic playing field is the largest single playing surface that you can have. So it was always going to be bigger than a soccer pitch. It certainly was bigger than any existing rugby pitch. The only danger was maybe the Australians would have one. But we took a chance anyway. And it turned out that it was the single largest artificial pitch in the world. Clubs really should have ambition enough to spend any money. They should nearly be in debt. Debt binds clubs. And there was always in clubs a debate between should we have a bigger clubhouse, a bigger bar, or better playing facilities. To me, you can't make a player in a bar. You can't make a player in a clubhouse. But you can do something with players on all-weather facilities.
Living in deficit means that the fundraising never ends. Today, Val takes part in a 100-mile sponsored cycle from Mullinahone in County Tipperary, the birthplace of Charles J. Kickham, back to Ballymon and the club named after him.
I'm surrounded here by the Roaches. Owen, Cahill and Fergal Roach. Fergal came back from Philadelphia to do the cycle. I was trying to find out whose bright idea it was to do this cycle.
It was an idea one night, after a few beers, about a good way to raise money for the club. And it had a good ring to it, Mullinahone to home. Val started off very fast, you know, and he set the pace early on. And he gradually began to feel it, you know. And now he's at the back, as you can see.
Where's the rest of them? I'm feeling nothing. I'm
absolutely deadened with the pain. The project for today is 20,000. 20,000, 20 riders, 1,000 euros per head. Yeah, I'm last by a long way, but that's okay too. Yeah, we made it. Yeah, good crack. It's over, it's great. You know, a good bunch of lads. They've raised the money. It's been a successful day. Well, are you happy after that?
Delighted. Everything went perfectly. The weather, everything, super day.
Born and bred in Ballymun. Ballymun Kingdoms to the core. As a dub, didn't think really you could integrate or become part of another community. In fact, being a dub, probably didn't want to. Then, due to circumstances and commitments, I swapped Ballymun for this. This is Bannistrand in Kerry. Magnificent scenery, magnificent people, fabulous footballers. The 6 best years of my life.
In the 90s, Val moved to Kerry to take up a lecturing post in Tralee IT. A dub abroad in football's kingdom, it wasn't long till he became immersed in the college football scene. He introduced a new kit in the Dublin colours, and Tralee under Andrews duly won the first 2 titles of an historic 3 in a row. The Sigerson Cup was the only football title that had not been won by a Kerry team. The first steps in a journey that would eventually bring him home.
Because of Tralee and because of success in Tralee, I got county job, I got Cavan job with Pat Flanagan. The first 2 years were horrendous. The final year was great, made great friends up there, ended up in an Ulster final, beaten by Tyrone, beaten by a Cormac McAnallen goal. God rest the man. Went on from there, left Cavan on their cloud after getting thick. Moved on to Loud disaster. If you measure success in cups and wins, it was really poor. But having said that, it was still a great learning experience. Back to Ballymun then, it has to benefit. And anybody that I've met, I've learned. And I try to give that to the young fellas under 16 in Ballymun.
The under 16 team see their season out without major honours in league or championship. For Val, there are more important goals.
The long-term aim for these lads, basically the only aim for this, the holistic approach to this is that to make sure that these fellas play adult football with the club. It's not just about football, it's about making these fellas understand commitment, attitude, respect, patience, perseverance and tolerance of other people.
I've made a lot of friends that would be there if you needed them, friends that would stand by. There is good, decent people in Ballymun. It's not all drink and drugs, there is nice people, genuine people that help you if you're in trouble or whatever. People say Ballymun's a kip, it's a dirt hole. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. You meet decent people. It's not all scumbags. There's scumbags in every area. Scumbags in Finglas, scumbags Blanche, Castleknock, everywhere.
I've no doubt Kickhams have saved the lives of a lot of children. And like you might think of the young lads that died over the years that we know.
Yeah.
That died from drug abuse or whatever. I'd be very positive any young lad that comes to us and stays with us, and he'll stay drug free.
There's this fellow there, yeah. Fellow is one of the stalwarts of the club too. He's a fellow who's given so much time back, like he's single. He's plenty of money judging by the car, do you know?
Yeah.
21 championship finals on Thursday night in Portmarnock. We're playing the Fina, local rivals, so it's our first time in 11 years to be in the final.
Go down and get that put up in a prominent position, okay?
Where Nafina can see it.
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah. Tonight, Dublin Under 21 Championship final, Nafina versus Ballymun Kickhams. Wouldn't it be great if there was bunting and flags, just like in the country? Yet, we're playing the final tonight. Nobody here is really aware of the huge significance and the huge importance for the kids and the club. This team has been together since under 10. The manager is no other than Paddy Christie.
Great point. Scored by Paddy Christie, would you believe?
Lads would be very nervous. They lost a lot of finals. Started under 14, lost the fatal semi-final, 16 semi-final, and minor B, minor A. I've had them the whole way through since under 10, so I've been blamed for all those finals. Even last year, unfortunately, we lost the 21 semi-final after extra time, so I suppose there's doubts in the back of their minds now.
It was 20 minutes into the game. It had started very badly for Ballymun. A very nervous, tentative start. We're underperforming grossly, like, against an inadequate Na Fianna team. Like.
In Croke Park, there's 82,000 people, but you're a bit away from the whole thing. Whereas here, you'll hear people croaking and giving out and roaring and shouting, and in a way, it's just as pressurised.
Come on, Conor, and again, go for it. Well done, Jordan, get up! Go on, Conor. Well done, Conor, well done, come on!
Paddy's management team includes his friend and former Dublin colleague Ian Robertson. Paddy and Robbo have to lift their team at half-time. They are underperforming